Good. My name is John, and this is Uncle Johnny channel on John Obell. Today we have somebody who have traveled all over the world. He's here with us. He's going to tell us where he's come from and his name. So what's your name?
Hi guys, I'm Joseph Mpunga. I come from Zimbabwe, and I came in Australia in 2014, actually 2012, to visit with my family, and then I came back to study in 2014.
Okay. So at first you came to visit. You came to tour Australia.
Yes.
And then you went back to Zimbabwe.
To Zimbabwe, yes.
And then you came again.
And I came back.
What for?
To do uni.
Okay.
Yes.
So you came for studies.
Yes, for studies.
You are a student at the moment.
I am a student at the moment.
What are you studying?
I'm doing mechanical engineering.
Okay.
At Western Sydney.
Oh, this is an obvious question I normally ask students.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are universities where you come from.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to come and study in Australia?
In Australia? Well, there were two factors.
Yep.
The first one, because my siblings were here already.
Yep.
And then the second, growing up, my parents always wanted us to have as much exposure as we can. You can learn a lot when you travel. And then if you have to go back home and apply the things you learned, you'd be a step ahead.
Okay. So I want to know the first day in Australia. What did you do? And what happened?
Yeah. So I'm flying from Zimbabwe.
Yep.
Instead of getting a direct flight, I then got a connecting flight.
Yep.
And then I missed my orientation my first day. But when I got here, it was a change, like a really big change from reality.
Yeah.
Because for some weird reason, where every time you think of a first world country when you're coming from home, you always think things are cheap.
Yep.
So I saved up a little, and I was like, when I get to Australia, I'm going to buy so many things. I'm going to get my own apartment.
Yeah, yeah.
I get here, we go to Dick Smith. Yo.
It's not what you expected.
Oh, it wasn't what I was expecting. And
were you working with a calculator, converting the amount?
I had my phone, and I was just disheartened because I was looking at it and I was like, I'm not going to really afford it.
Yep.
So then we went to Kmart, and then I just got a couple things, settled in, and it was not much happened on the first day.
Okay, so you went, bought some clothes, some utensils for your...
just to get settled.
Okay, and in short, you could receive some culture shock when you arrived here.
Yeah, it was a big culture shock.
Okay. Okay, so that's your first day. Second day, you went to the uni.
Went to the uni.
Oh, what happened there?
I'm like, let me go to Subway.
Yep.
So I get to Subway.
Get some food to eat?
Get some food, you know, and I'm looking at the food and I'm like, I'd like some green pepper.
Yeah.
And she looked at me, she's like, capsicum?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, green pepper.
Yeah.
She's like, capsicum. So this went on for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I was like, the green stuff. And then she's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then after that, I think it was more of the Australian lingo.
Yeah.
Because like back home, we're mostly exposed to American TV.
Yeah.
So then you come here and you hear someone say, Bob's your uncle. And you're like, who's Bob?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't have a Bob who is your uncle back in Zimbabwe.
The only Bob we knew was Mugabe. It was a nickname, but...
The late Mugabe.
So now I'm wondering, is he being political?
Yeah.
Is there another Zimbabwean called Bob here in Australia? I'm confused. And then, what was it, Sheila?
Yeah.
Sheila was
Sheila.
Sheila, yes, it's she's a Sheila. So it's like when you hear people say all these things. At first, because I was working at Steggles and I was at the Chook factory.
Yeah, Chook, yeah.
So these guys are talking about this Sheila or Shirley. What is it again?
Sheila.
So they're talking about this Sheila.
Yeah.
And in my head, I think it's one person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Sheila is going around so much.
Yeah. Sheila is supposed to be a name of a woman, is it? I think so.
Yeah, it's just a phrase for a woman, for which I actually thought it was an actual person. Yeah. And then later on, that's when it was like, they just mean any random woman. And so it was more of the lingo.
Okay.
Where you're like, okay. You want to go to Charlie? You're like, what's Charlie? It's Charleston. You're like, okay, let's go.
So I assume back in Zimbabwe you speak English?
Yes.
From childhood or from what age do you speak English?
From childhood. Well, I'd say more like kindergarten. That's when you start English. Because in Zimbabwe we have Shona and Ndebele as the main languages. And Shona is more on the north side. And Ndebele is on the south, like closer to South Africa. and everything. So it's more like you have 3 languages growing up. I didn't do Debele. I just had Shona in English.
So when you came, you didn't have really problem with the English language?
Oh, no, but really, just the phrases.
Yeah, the lingo.
The lingo, exactly, the lingo. That's where it was a bit different, and yeah.
Okay, so that's second day. So third day at the uni, what happened?
Third day, it's at first because I went through Newcastle International College.
Yep.
It's more as, it's not as, because you're in a room full of other foreigners.
Yep.
But then after when I finished my foundation and my diploma, when I went into the uni now, it's like you're in a room full of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And you can't just raise your hand, whereas when we first got here, there's like 10 of us in a class.
Yep.
It's easier to get access to the lecturer and everything. So it's one of those things where as time went on, you're like, oh, okay, I think I need to change my pace here a little bit and put extra effort.
Yeah, the foundation is actually different with the actual learning at the university.
Exactly, exactly. It's, at uni, it's more of, you have, in a way, you have to fend for yourself. Because you can imagine if you don't understand a concept, there's 200 people in the lecture hall. The lecturer is not going to wait for one person to understand it. Book an appointment with me, whereas most of the times, depending on the time, the semester as well, he might be fully booked out. So it's one of those things where it's like, from foundation, it's like you're just thrown into the water, and you just have to learn how to paddle on your own.
Okay, you earlier mentioned that your siblings were already here.
Yes.
What were they doing?
So the eldest came in 2002. And he went to Newcastle and did chemical engineering. And then when he finished, he moved to South Australia. He was working for BHP. And then the second one came in 2007. And he was at Newcastle as well, and he was doing mechatronics. And then all the way until his third year. And then he changed and started doing electrical engineering.
Okay.
So that's what he's working on at the moment. And
so everybody from Zimbabwe, from your family came
from our family, an engineer.
Okay, engineer. Okay, so what I want to know now is, if somebody from Zimbabwe is coming to Australia, what can you tell them?
I'll tell them to save up before you come. Save as much as you can. Definitely. And when you get here, just try and meet as many people as you can, because
create a lot of network
as much as you can with the locals, other foreign students, because I have made friends from Kenya. They introduced me to nyama choma.
Now you can eat nyama choma.
Now I can eat nyama choma. I make people from Ghana and Nigeria, and it's more of the jollof. I'm still debating which one's better between the Ghana jollof or Nigerian jollof. They're all really good. And gari.
Ugali from Kenya.
Exactly.
Which is very good too.
And other things like from South Korea as well, like soju and everything like that. So it's the more you network, the more you get exposed to different things. And I think that's the best way to be in a foreign country.
Do you carry your money in sacks?
No, we used to in Zimbabwe, but not here.
That's what I'm getting to, because the currency $1 to Zimbabwean is really a lot of money.
Zimbabwean dollar, we phased it out. Now I'm not really sure what's going on. We have what they call bond notes and US dollars. So it's more like everyone just ended up using US dollars. But yes,
so they're phasing out the Zimbabwean dollar. Is it called dollar or
bond notes?
Bond notes.
Bond notes.
And they're so big like this, and
I think these ones are a lot smaller. The ones you're talking about are the barrier checks. Those were, it was a Bible.
Did you use them?
In 2008. Yes, you go, get to town. By the time you try and come back, it's a different fee. Or you're standing in queue for bread, the price would go up 3 times.
Before you buy the actual bread.
Before you actually buy the bread. So it was one of those where that's how people ended up getting sacks of money. Because you'd need extra just in case. And
So at the moment, what are you still doing at the uni?
At the uni, I'm just doing mechanical engineering.
The COVID thing didn't affect you? You're still actually going?
It really did. Because I feel like some courses, they're not just meant to be online. Because it's one of those things where you don't have real-time feedback. with your tutors and your lecturers.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where, and also if your network goes down
Yep.
while you're in the middle of a lecture or a quiz, you have to then follow it up and everything. So in a way, it's been good that I don't have to catch the train to go to Sydney every day.
So your uni is in Sydney?
Yes, so my uni is in Sydney. And I would catch a train on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Yep.
But now, yes, working from home, it's okay, but it's one of those things where like you feel trapped, cabin fever, you don't go out as much. Libraries are not open. I'm not sure now, but at some point, I remember the first lockdown, it was the most challenging because you're just stuck at home. You don't have everything because no one was prepared for this.
It
So
was a
now-
shock for
and
everybody.
it was a huge shock. So,
Okay.
and who would have thought 2020 would go this way?
Yes, but it's going very fast. So what do they expect when they go back, when they go to Zimbabwe?
It's a two-sided blade
Yep.
because you get organic food there.
Yep.
It's really cheap.
When you
Food
say organic, what do you mean organic?
It's more like actual food.
Actual
where-
food, yeah.
Where it's grown in the ground. It's
Yeah.
not processed as much.
Yep.
And food there is pretty cheap.
Yep.
But even cost of living,
Yeah.
well, everything is paid monthly. But you would have issues with your banking. That's one thing you would have to expect. So,
What kind of
issues? Like getting cash is a problem in Zimbabwe.
yeah,
So if you have a card,
Yeah.
it's good, like swipe card.
like the ATM card?
Yeah, like the ATM card
Yeah.
is really good.
Yeah.
Or if you're able to go with foreign currency like US dollars,
Yeah.
it would be really good. Like, because cash, everyone takes
Cash.
cash, yeah. But mostly if you're around, you'd need to have a card.
Okay.
Yeah.
For tourists, what do they expect to see in Zimbabwe?
If you go to Victoria Falls,
Yeah.
you'd see a lot, like all the animals. You have elephants, giraffes. They have a crocodile farm there as well. You have kudus, warthogs, and some lodges. They have the pull-up walls
Yep.
where you have your walls up and then you just see all the animals just going by
Yep.
while you're having your breakfast. A lot of monkeys too who like to steal people's goods.
Yeah, okay.
So always close your windows.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do they expect to have somebody who can guide them to go to this safari, or they
everyone
can just go?
Well, you can always just go. I feel like everyone's pretty helpful.
Yeah.
Like everyone's open to help you out. They might charge you foreign rates,
Yeah.
but just say it's too expensive. Too expensive. Or
Yeah.
Zirugudura. That would be the best way to say.
Sirogoduda.
Zirugudura.
Yeah.
It
What
means
does that
too
mean?
expensive.
Too expensive.
Then they'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll do proper price. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
they'll give you a discount. So,
They expect a tip, sort of,
Yeah,
when they
sort
show
of.
you around.
yeah, exactly.
How is driving in Zimbabwe? Can the foreigner drive there?
Yes,
Is it easy?
exactly the same as driving here.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do they have crazy drivers there, like Asia?
Yeah, you might experience that. Just
Yeah.
remain calm. It's okay. No one crashes into anyone, so
Yeah.
you should be fine.
So it's easier for somebody who's traveling here to,
you-
Zimbabwe. It's easier.
It's easier.
You can find your places easily.
You could always, or to be safe, you could just go as a group of friends.
Yep.
Like, the more the merrier.
Yeah.
So the more people there are, the more exciting the experience would be. And then you just go to one of these agencies where they'll just give you a tour, and you could actually just have a Southern African tour.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go to South Africa, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Zambia, Mozambique, all those places. It's really nice places.
They're all neighborhood. You can just drive
the
around
neighboring
there, or
countries.
you fly.
Yeah, Zambia or South Africa, you can just literally drive in.
Okay.
There's a border. And yeah, even Botswana, I think, as well.
Yeah.
You can just literally just drive to the border and you go there, and then, you see a different culture.
Okay, easier.
It's easier.
Somebody who's going from here, Australia to Zimbabwe, is easier to go there.
It's easier.
Yeah,
It's easier.
just go.
Yeah,
He
and-
said it's easier, so don't worry.
and I think-
Everybody's happy there.
Yeah.
Everybody's is happy
No
to
dramas.
assist you
Everyone's happy.
wherever you're going.
Yeah, and I think for the visas, I'm not sure if you have to apply, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get one when you get to the airport.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get the visa on the arrival.
On the arrival.
You don't have to apply ages.
No, I don't think you have to apply ages ago. I'm not sure.
Are you staying in student accommodation?
No.
Okay, where are you staying at the moment?
At the moment, I'm staying in Warner's Bay.
With who?
With Tony.
Oh, okay. Who's Tony?
Tony, she's the mother of my child.
Oh, Tony is your partner?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How did you meet Tony?
At Five Sawyers on a night out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going out and then met her at the bar.
Oh, okay.
Just started talking and then 2 years later, we have a daughter.
Oh, you got a partner?
Yeah.
You came to study and then you had a partner?
Oh, so now things have changed.
So you are sort of a responsible kind of the daughter?
Somewhat.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 15 months. 15
months?
Yeah.
She's doing well?
No, she's going okay.
Is she a sleeper? They sleep well and eat well and all that stuff? Yeah,
somewhat.
How are you managing that kind of life of
to be honest,
being a dad and as well you are a student at the uni?
To be honest, I feel like Tony has been really helpful.
Yep.
It's not really easy having 2 kids.
Yep.
Because the eldest is 4.5, turning 5 soon. So it's one of those things where with the whole COVID, everyone under one roof and everything happening, it was, a bit interesting. But yeah, it's just work it out as you go. Yeah,
we are going to have a party soon for the 5-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Want the invitation.
Of course.
I have to come there. And, are we allowed to have a drink when it's 5-year-old?
You could always go
party?
To the side and then just...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just the dads and the older people just go to the side and have a few drinks.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out, yeah. So it's safe. People who are traveling from Australia to Zimbabwe, it's safe to go there. You can drive there. You don't need to hire a driver.
No, you can if you want.
You can if you want.
You really don't have
you can. The money you have here can be used there.
You have to change it to American dollars.
American dollar.
Yeah,
we can't use the Australian dollar over there.
You can get it changed in the bank for you.
Yeah, okay.
But you have, it's easier to just go with American dollars.
How is Zimbabwe doing without Uncle Bob?
I don't think much has changed, I don't think much has changed. There's a lot of room for improvement. But it takes time too, with these things. Like, it's not going to happen overnight. But it's still the same.
Still the same?
Somewhat. Somewhat the
same. And a lot of students coming from your country, are they sponsored here by the government or everybody for himself?
No, it's mainly your family.
Yeah, so your family is paying school fees for you.
They try and help.
They're trying to help you.
Yeah.
And now, since you said you're working, you're also covering for your own expenses?
It's to be honest, like, it's really hard to, because Australia is very expensive.
Yep.
Like, unless you have a huge chunk of money, just coming regularly from home, you'd be fine. But even though, because for telling someone that bread here goes for like, I don't know, $5, $6.
Yeah.
Back home it's $1.50.
Yep.
So already it's one of those things where just the cost of living. If rent is paid weekly.
Weekly,
Yeah,
that one shocked me as well.
You have weekly
because we used to pay things monthly. Coming here,
so
fortnight.
You can imagine.
Weekly, it was just like, why?
Exactly, and then rentals don't come cheap too.
Yeah, it's not cheap,
It's not cheap at all. So it's one of those things where you're coming from a place where everything is paid monthly into a society where everything is done in a weekly basis. You're paid on an hourly basis. It's a huge difference.
That one is another shock.
It's another shock as well. It's another shock.
Okay. So I just want you to advise the student who may be having that thought of coming to Australia.
Yeah.
What do they need to do? What do they expect when they arrive here? And all that stuff for them to gain what they've come here for?
I'd say when you arrive, go around as much as you can.
Yep.
Try and make friends with the locals.
Yep.
Because the best way to know a country is by knowing the locals.
Yeah.
The locals will know where to go, to find cheaper things as well. So I'd say do that, and then as well, try and meet other cultures. Like even if you're coming from Africa, I'm different. Like the culture in Zimbabwe is way different from the one in Kenya or Nigeria. So it's one of those things where...
Is it easier for somebody from Zimbabwe to get the visa to come here as a student? What's the process?
I went through an agency.
Okay.
And they would love to see your bank statements.
Yep.
It's part of the visa application. They have to see your bank statements. Your passport has to be current.
Yep.
And yeah.
I would imagine for your bank account, you must, in Zimbabwe currency, you must be having a lot of $1 trillion there.
We were way past the trillions.
Is it a lot of money?
We went past the trillions because I think at one point, bus fare was $9 trillion.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah.
How do you pay? Is that like a one note or you carry?
Back in the day, it used to be a bunch.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I think because of these bond notes.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I don't think people...
How long have you been away from Zimbabwe?
I haven't been back ever since I came in 2014.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's a long time.
Yes, 6 years.
Do you talk to people much from Zimbabwe back home?
I speak to my parents on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Then the eldest went back in 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's...
Do you expect to go back very soon?
I'd love to go
visit?
back. I'd love to
after
go back.
After the COVID.
After the COVID, I'd love to go back. It's home is always best wherever you go. Like you can never replace it, no matter how it looks or whatever the country is going through. Wherever you're from is always where you feel comfortable.
Will you take Tony with you when you go?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. We'll take everyone. If you want to come to Zimbabwe, come as well.
I will come to Zimbabwe.
Definitely.
So that I can see all these type of animals and
everything.
Yeah, and I touch the money.
The money. You can buy the money on eBay. You can actually buy their money on Alibaba.
You can find them in eBay.
It'll be framed and everything for you.
Okay. This is John Obell channel, and we're talking to somebody who has traveled away from Zimbabwe and is here. And currently he's got a partner called Tony. I can't wait to see Tony so that we can discuss things about you.
Definitely.
If you want to know anything about travel from one country to the other, this is the channel. Please subscribe and watch. Thank you. And share, please. Thank you.
Thank you.